What's up, YouTube? We're back at you again.
Hey guys, so in today's video, I finally convinced Marvin to join me in this vlog, and we're going to be answering just most commonly asked questions when it comes to me, Marvin, and our relationship. So I left a little Q&A couples edition poll question box thing on my Instagram a couple of weeks ago, and we got a lot of questions, so we're just going to hop right into it and just be
I'll answer them honestly.
I'm actually more nervous for you. So for those of you who don't know, me and my boyfriend Marvin have been together for around 5 years, and we live in Seattle, but we met in the Philippines. But let's just get into the questions. I think there are some to kind of introduce you. So the first question is,
should I not look at them? Okay,
yeah.
I will look at the
What's
questions.
Marvin's nationality?
I am Filipino, Chinese, and Russian. My dad is full Russian, and my mom is Filipino Chinese. But I was born in the U.S.
Yeah, so he was born in the U.S., but then he went to the Philippines for high school.
High school, yeah.
And that's where we met, since I grew up in the Philippines. And we went to the same high school. We were classmates, batchmates, whatever.
Seatmates. I sat beside her in freshman year.
Yeah, and that's basically how we met. Okay, so it says, how did you guys meet, and was it love at first sight?
I mean, it wasn't love, but I
Yeah.
definitely thought she was cute. I was sitting beside her in freshman year high school. We were in the very back of the class, like back right. I was literally the last in the corner, and she was sitting
right next to
on my left. So I really had nobody to talk to but her.
I remember our teacher at that time. It was the very first day of class. I was new to the school because I transferred from like an all-girls school. The teacher told us to introduce ourselves to the person on our like right or whatever, and it happened to be that he was beside me. So he was one of the first people that I talked to in that school, literally on the first day. And all I remember was him saying his full name. Like, all he said was, "Hi, I'm Marvin Tikhonov." And the only thing that I remember was thinking, I've never met anyone with that kind of last name. I had no idea. Obviously he was like Russian, you know. And I feel like at that time I didn't meet a lot of boys yet. I was in first year high school, you know. I didn't think anything of it. I just thought he has a cool, unique last name. That's all I remember.
I like it.
Okay, so that's how we met. We met in high school, and obviously we were friends, like really close friends, throughout high school. Right?
It got there, yeah.
Yeah.
Slowly.
And so I don't think it was love at first sight. I feel like we were just too young to
I thought she
even
was pretty.
realize
I had
that.
a crush on her.
Aw, so sweet. I knew that.
Yeah.
How did you make LDR work, and how long were you guys doing it?
LDR?
Yeah, so long distance.
I think 2 years, right?
I think it was 2.5 years that we did long distance. So I was living in New York, and he was living in Russia. And how did we make it work? Well, just give like a short intro on how, you know, like we studied in the Philippines, and then how did we somehow do LDR?
What does studying have to do with it?
No, like just the timeline of like why we even started long distance.
Oh.
You know, so we obviously met in high school, and then in college he eventually went to Canada to study a few years in college, and I was still in the Philippines. And then there was one summer that he came back to the Philippines, and then
we were having fun with our other friends, Juan and Trisha.
Yeah, we just haven't hung out in a long time because, again, like our college lives were a little separate. But when we were both in the Philippines for that summer, we both had opportunities to go abroad. Him to go to Russia to work for his dad, and then me to New York for internship. And we weren't together at the time that we were hanging out in, you know, that summer. But I think before we left to go to, you know, Russia and New York, that's when we kind of started having that idea of maybe we should try.
At that point, I loved her. So, obviously if I didn't love her, I'm not going to try and do long distance.
Yeah, so basically, this very start of our relationship started long distance. Like from the very first
the very beginning.
day. Yeah. We did kind of realize that we wanted to try it out. The only way it was going to be possible is if we were willing to start long distance.
Yeah.
Because we both had like set dates already of when I was flying to New York and when he was going to Russia. But it was a little easy of a decision because we knew each other for so many years already at
the
that
trust
point.
was there, I would say.
Yeah, we were good friends, so it was a little easier than in most cases, I feel.
Yeah, because I knew you, I knew who you were.
Yeah.
As a person, so I was comfortable with it.
Yeah.
And in terms of
how do we make
it work, it was a lot of FaceTime and Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Like what we would do is we would pick a Netflix that was available in both countries.
Yeah.
And we'd, start the movie at the same time. It would be on 0 seconds, and we would count down 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Play the movie at the same time and just watch movies.
Yeah, so it felt like we were watching the movie together. We would try to make a date out of it and just catch up on each other with like how work was. We were both basically in new territories, trying in a new lifestyle.
We had new lives as well, so
there was a lot to talk about.
We were busy with our lives as well. It wasn't, we would call all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it worked.
It just worked. Yeah, like our personalities, and I think from the very beginning we established that our friendship would kind of be the most important, and I knew him as a friend and as a person, and I knew he was very respectful of everybody, and like especially women and like friends. I just knew that I could trust him. Thanks. And that's why it was easy in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah, because I think that's the hardest thing with LDR. If you don't trust the person right off the bat, then like you'll just
it's a little difficult.
Always be fighting and all that kind of stuff. So we made it work by like communication. We constantly try to have dates, like obviously online dates.
And I try to visit every year.
And yeah, we tried to have him visit at least once or twice every year. And that went on for 2.5 years.
2.5 years?
Yeah. Who made the first move?
You?
I mean,
you.
Okay, in high school.
High school, you didn't like me back in high school, so
no, but
essentially it was you.
Yeah, I think, I don't even, I guess. Be with someone like for a really long time, and we were all friends, and we kind of just, I feel like you had respect to not just barge in or start something right after. You knew him, you knew me, and you just weren't sure if it was like the right time or if it was appropriate or anything. So I feel like that's why it gave me more of the balls to do it, because I was in that position where it felt like a little bit mind decision.
I was dating around.
But yeah, and he was dating around. And I was kind of sick of it, and I was just like, you know what, if I am not gonna say anything, this guy won't, because he's also the type, he's very shy. Like also in high school, that's why we never ended up dating, even if he had a crush on me.
Go to the internet cafe every weekend.
Yeah.
With all my friends.
Like I kind of had an idea that he had a crush on me because all his friends or whatever would tell me, but he never made the move because he was so shy.
I didn't know how to talk.
He was a little awkward. He was a little like nerdy, which is cute now that I think about it.
Yeah, now it's cute.
So yeah, I made the first move.
Face this way because the camera's here. You're a good-looking dog. Right over there. Look, right there. You see the camera? You're photogenic. You gotta be in the shots.
You're gonna be a star goose. You're gonna have your own Q&A.
Yeah. Can I have a kiss? Oh.
Okay. Next question.
You chillax, okay? We're answering questions.
Do people want to know stuff about your mom and pops?
We're answering questions.
Okay. Your favorite thing to do with each other?
Eat.
Yeah, I was
try new restaurants. 100%.
Try new restaurants.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest.
We love to eat out. I think I've said this multiple times on my vlogs and my other Q&As. I love eating out.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that obviously my partner...
Try new dishes. Like, for example, I will try different things on the menu every time we go to the same restaurant.
Yeah. I feel like he's even more of a foodie than I am. When I say I'm a foodie, I just mean that I like to eat a lot.
She can go to the same restaurant and order the same thing every single time. Yeah. Whereas for me, I know what I like, but I still want to try different types of food.
Yeah. Right.
Nice. Give me a tough one. What's going on here?
Don't worry. We're easing in there. Okay? One thing your partner does that annoys you the most.
Oh. I don't know why I'm answering these so quick. The toothpaste. You know, we have a full
like a
full toothpaste and she'll you know, grab it in the center, and by the time, you know, when you get halfway through it, the top is kind of anti and it's all just...
So basically, I just don't squeeze
it's a very
it to
small
the very
thing.
top.
It's a small thing.
Yeah, very minor things.
Wait, but it is
what annoys you the most?
That's the first thing that came to my head.
Oh,
it did happen this morning.
That was like every other day. Yeah. Sometimes I just forget. I'm in a hurry.
No,
I'm in a rush.
I disagree.
And it's just very minor. But I think I can even answer another one for you. When I use like the blow dryer or when I use the curler to dry my hair.
Oh, and she doesn't plug in the electric toothbrush after?
Yeah, I don't
just leaves everything unplugged?
Yeah. I leave stuff unplugged.
Just stuff in the bathroom.
Or if I unplug something because I need to use the socket, I won't plug whatever was in there back.
Right.
Basically.
Right.
Okay, but for me, for me, the thing that annoys me the most, so especially after quarantine, I tried so hard to organize the house, have everything in containers, like everything has a spot, right? But this guy, I don't know what goes in your head, okay, and like how this works. If he feels like he has a task to do the next day or even for the next hour, he has to have everything laid out on a table, on a shelf, basically anywhere where it's visible. But what ends up happening is he won't even get to that task, and then that thing is just like clutter, basically, that's left on.
I agree.
Literally every single thing. Like, I'm not even joking, like the bedroom, the kitchen, the bathroom. Yeah. Any space there is to put something on, he has something on it.
I'm working on it.
And so, we gotta work on that. But it's very minor living situation things. Okay.
Go again.
How many people have you both dated in the past? Are we talking about serious or not?
Like so casual dating? Or?
Okay, let's do both. Let's make it interesting.
I'm gonna say names. I'm not gonna...
No names. Okay, I'll start with me. So casual. 6. It's like we went on dates or a couple of dates and it didn't really work out. Yeah, that's casual. Yeah. So my casual is 6 or 7, and my serious are 3.
I'd say 9, 10, but altogether, including serious.
I was gonna say serious. Wait, how old are you?
Altogether.
So how many serious?
Well, I've only had like 3 girlfriends.
So that's your serious. 3 girlfriends.
3 girlfriends.
Oh, so we're the same. What's your limit in a relationship that will make you leave the person? Cheating. Yeah. Oh wow, we said at the same time. Yeah, I think that's one of the only things.
It's pretty simple. I think most other things you can work through or talk about it, but if you lose the trust in a person, then I don't see how that's after something like that happens. How do you trust a person like that? Yeah. Again.
Yeah. Biggest fight you've both had?
I would say when we were moving to Washington, leaving New York, we were kind of doubting ourselves and like if this was the right move. I think
we did fight about it.
We did outside the bar one night after work. We had this huge talk about how we were, is this the right decision? Like you were like, do you actually want me to come with you? Like,
the dramatic.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, but I don't think that was our biggest fight.
Okay, so what's yours? I'd love to hear yours.
Okay, just on the top of my head, I think our biggest fight, it was in New York. And I think there was just some things going on that I wasn't 100% sure about. Like, I was doubting our relationship. Or like, the trust. There were like, trust things going on. And we fought not a lot or like for a long time about it, but I definitely feel like I gave you the hardest time with that fight, and that's why I think that that's the biggest fight we've had. I think I didn't even talk to you for a whole day. Yeah,
I'm not talking about this anymore. That's why she brought me on this show.
To address these topics. Who between the two of you is the clingier one?
I'd say you.
Yeah, I would say me too. Well, I just really like quality time.
I mean, me too. I'm not saying that I don't, but if someone was clingier.
I think it's because I am a little bit more of an introvert. So if I'm not hanging out with myself, I really only want to be hanging out with him.
I wish you would say that off camera.
I always do. How do you guys keep the fire burning?
How do we keep the fire burning?
Awkward.
That's a tough one. I
think you can't force it, first of all.
Yeah, I think we were best friends before this, so I feel like a lot of times people in relationships, especially those who have had one for a long time, try to like spice things up, you know, try something new. But for us, we were always best friends. I've known her for so long. So I think just the fact that we know each other, it's like living with your best friend. We make jokes. Yeah. There's still intimacy, but I feel like even when we're not intimate, just joking around, having fun, and I never get tired of it, because even when we weren't together or I didn't even have feelings for her, I would still enjoy her company. Yeah. So yeah.
But I think my answer to that is I honestly really don't feel that we try too hard to keep the fire burning. I feel like it's not even in our minds that the fire is gonna go away or that the fire is gone. We don't even think of that. It's so like cliche and like cheesy sounding, but it just really feels natural, like our relationship. It feels natural, like the bond that we have. And I think also we are realistic with how relationships are, especially when they are going on for a long time. I think also you can't, in a relationship, you also can't have these extreme expectations of like what you see in the movies, TV shows, and stuff like that. Like, you really have to know your partner, like know your partner's love language, your love language, and what really, really, truly matters in your relationship.
What's my love language?
Quality time, words of affirmation, and physical touch, I think.
What's words of it? Oh, like
it's like,
being sweet?
Yeah, and saying thank you, and like just giving you words of affirmation, like telling you I love you.
Okay, yeah, all that stuff. I'll take it.
What's mine?
Quality time, for sure. I'd say words of affirmation as well.
Yeah. What are the others? Never mind. I don't even know.
I don't know. I didn't even know there was more than that.
But yeah, basically what we're saying is we pretty much have the same outlook on like relationship and like the future, so it just works.
I love them.
Love you, Kush. Alright, but you gotta relax a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes we have to use the firm voice.
Yeah. Sit. Sit
down. Oh boy.
Okay, tips on getting into a relationship with a friend or a best friend.
Make sure you guys are on the same page.
Yeah,
before you say anything.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, just triple check.
I don't know.
And
that's
make
always
sure.
A risk. You never know. That's why you're supposed to.
But I guess also just have the mutual understanding that your friendship comes first, and that if it doesn't work out, hopefully you guys could still be friends after, because that's probably the worst thing. And I told you this in the beginning too. I said if it doesn't work out, because I knew LDR was gonna be tough, I just wanted to make sure nothing would be awkward after, like if we went out with our friends, because we have the same group of friends, so I didn't want it to be awkward anytime we had to hang out with them, or you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you really never know until you get into it. Okay, when are you getting married? There's 3 questions actually. When are you getting married? When are you going to propose, Marvin? And around what time do you think you're gonna get married? Basically all about marriage.
I can answer one time to all 3. It's nobody's business. And I wouldn't spoil it. She's right here. That's the most important. Like,
he wants it to be a surprise.
What are we gonna say? Oh yeah, next week. You better get ready.
Not even a hint?
No.
The next year?
At this point, I should just do it so randomly, like when she gets out of the restroom at a restaurant. Just to
because I'll find out. I'm really good at like being a spy.
That's
CIA
why I don't tell anyone.
I know when he is acting weird. He can never pull off surprises. I don't think you've pulled off one surprise.
That's because I get so excited that I feel the need to hint the surprise.
Yeah, I'm like that too.
And if she even gets a whiff of surprise,
I'll like beg.
She's not a spy.
Please tell me.
Please.
I'll do anything.
She opened the majority of her Christmas gifts Christmas Eve, and then she opened one gift on Christmas.
That's what you do. You open it on Christmas Eve.
It's the opposite. You open one gift on Christmas Eve.
No.
And then you open the rest Christmas morning.
Okay, I
would love to hear other people's opinions on that.
I don't know where you grew up, but in the Philippines, Christmas Eve, with your family and your cousins and all that, you open all your presents. And then Christmas Day on the 25th, you only open one present, which is your present from Santa.
Interesting. I've never heard that.
Well, we had different childhoods, I guess.
I'm curious. We can ask other people. I would love to hear it.
Yeah. Dream wedding.
Dream wedding. I don't want it that big.
Yeah.
I don't want...
I think when I was younger, I thought I wanted a big wedding. But then, even after like my 18th birthday and like attending some weddings, I realized I don't like the attention like that. You know what I mean? Like just people literally looking at you and your partner the entire night, almost like very formal. I want it more casual, I guess is what I'm saying.
Just very close people, family,
very close people. And I feel like especially now with our age and everything that's happened, like with COVID and all that stuff, I would really rather want to put like our money into
towards a vacation.
Well, yeah, like a honeymoon, or but like, you know, a house and things that actually matter. Not saying that your wedding doesn't matter. Like I've always had an idea of like a dream wedding, and that's something I look forward to, but I don't think it needs to be grand.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
and
I agree.
I would want it to be outdoor.
At the beach?
Yeah, like at the beach, like a destination wedding, possibly overnight. I mean, if it was a really...
Well, I mean, if you're gonna go to the beach, yeah, it would be overnight.
Yeah. Like I imagine
it would definitely be in the Philippines.
Yeah, just
100%. First
of all, be in the Philippines because most of our friends and family are there. So that's most important. And second, the islands in the Philippines are super beautiful. Plus, it's a little bit more budget friendly, I feel, compared to if you were gonna have a wedding in the States, obviously. And yeah, I just would really want to enjoy the sun.
Yeah. And
have the ceremony in the beach.
More casual.
Just casual. Yeah, and just more of like a hangout, like a big vacation hangout with everyone.
Where it's not just focused on us, like we get to have
be
a good
with
time
family
with
and friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be our dream wedding.
Yeah.
Is Joey gonna be a ring bearer? If we could bring you.
I doubt he would walk from point A to point B.
He'd probably eat the ring.
Without jumping on somebody or running off.
He would eat the ring.
Yeah.
Before it even got to us.
100%.
Okay, what are adjustments or compromises when you started to live together?
Well, one that was avoided was we have 2 closets. So we didn't have to make a compromise there. Otherwise, I think it would have been very difficult.
I
don't have a big closet, but she is
in
just
New York.
has.
In New York, there was only one main closet, and then there was a coat closet, which was much smaller. But he was very kind enough to have the coat closet as his closet.
I mean, I don't.
And give me.
I don't really.
But yeah, I think boys in general, they don't. You wear the same shirt, the same pants. Every day.
If you look on my Instagram, just plain black shirt.
Yeah, plain black shirt, white. That's it.
That's it.
He has maybe like 5 pairs of pants.
It's a couple go-to outfits.
Yeah, so it is a little bit unnecessary for him to have a huge closet. If we had to fight for one.
Although my winter jackets are a little thick, and I would like a little more space.
That's why you have
if I could ask.
the coat closet. I don't know if it's called a compromise, but just figuring out what will work for our living lifestyle, like chores, budgeting.
I do the bathroom, she does the kitchen.
Yeah.
She cooks majority of the time.
Yeah.
And I'll
we try
clean.
to alternate. Like if I'm
dishes.
cooking, he'll clean. If he's cooking, I'll clean.
Yeah.
As for cleaning the house, we kind of assign sections already. So when we do get together and decide to clean, he always does the bathroom because I don't know, I just can't deal with the bathroom, and I'll do the living room and the kitchen, and then we'll both work on the bedroom together. Aside from that, I guess like budgeting. I'm not gonna get into that now because I saw a question about budgeting. I'll answer that later. Just living with a guy is different, obviously, but he's very respectful. Like even just lifting the toilet seat cover. And
well, I grew up in a house with my sister and my mom. So
yeah, so that's why he's just very respectful.
It's habit already at this point.
But yeah, other than that, it was pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever have a falling out?
We went on a break during long distance.
Yeah.
That's about it. Like not even a week. Couple of days.
I think at one point
it just got hard.
Yeah, it got hard a little bit. Like we were slowly starting to run out of things to talk about with each other and just thinking.
I think she wasn't sure if I was gonna ever move.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest issue that we had also with long distance. Obviously, you both live apart, so at one point you start to think, okay, who is going to move where, or like, are we ever going to be living in the same place? Or is it forever going to be a long distance relationship? Obviously, that's not going to work out. So I think that's why we had that falling out, because we were both unsure of what the next step for our relationship was going to be.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we did take a break for a while. But I think it really only lasted 2 days. Like we told each other that we weren't going to speak to each other for the weekend for like 3 days. But I think after the second day, we both
just missed each other.
Realized that it's not gonna.
Yeah.
We're not gonna break up, basically. And then after that falling out, that's when we really started to plan our next step.
Yeah. Agreed.
Who's most likely to get jealous? Me.
Easy peasy.
I can get you jealous.
Huh?
I can make you jealous.
Yeah. I just would prefer you don't.
Most memorable trip together. I think we've
in Florida.
Yeah.
Universal Studios.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
I think we were there for 1 week.
We just finished watching the whole. We like rewatched the whole Harry Potter series. And we went to Harry Potter World in Universal Studios.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Literally every single day we were in Florida, we just went to the theme parks.
We nerded out.
Yeah. We went to like
wands.
Disney, Orlando Studios, the Harry Potter Visitor.
And I think that was our first vacation together.
That was our first vacation.
Because ever since I moved to New York, we were just working nonstop.
Our vacations were like when we were doing long distance, he would visit me in New York. I would take a week off from work and we would just hang out. But I didn't really think of it as a vacation because I live there.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
But in February, we're going somewhere super fun. I think it's going to be just as good as Florida or even better.
Yep.
We've been wanting to go to this place for so long, so I'm just...
Oh, we're not telling?
No.
Okay.
No, we're not telling. Not yet. What do you usually argue about? I would say petty things around the house.
Who has to take the dog out next?
Chores.
Like
sometimes you're both tired from work. We both work the same jobs, the same hours, pretty much. And so we don't really argue about it, but we definitely try to push one chore on the other person so that the other can like relax.
It's mostly,
you know?
it's mostly the dog walking.
Yeah, the dog walking or like picking up the poop.
I mean, I don't mind it.
It's very minor. We don't really, I wouldn't even say argue.
No, I wouldn't say argue.
But other than that, we don't really fight.
Yeah, we just, I don't know. We haven't really had anything to fight about.
Yeah. It's like when you fight about something
like
or
nothing
argue
that's
about
gonna
something.
strain our relationship.
Yeah. Like there's nothing intense going on enough for us to fight about.
Yeah,
right?
I would say so.
Sense. Like everything is either we just talk about it for a while and then we're like, alright, okay, fine. If we don't agree on it, we kind of just don't
sit on it for a couple of hours.
We don't speak to each other about it. And then after 30 minutes, we'll be the regular same old again. So this is the one about budgeting. How do you split finances?
Well, we calculated it in percentages.
So this is for
monthly expenses.
Like monthly expenses, yeah.
So I make more than her. So we calculated how much 50-50 would be, and I pay
50-50. Oh.
I mean, like, I'll basically pay like what I make in half a month and what you make in half a month.
That's yeah.
So basically, I'll just
so basically the financial stress on the both of us is the same, not in terms of the value, but the percentage of what.
So if we had to pay $1,000, I'll pay like $750, and she'll do $250.
Yeah,
something
that's
like
an
that.
example. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but I feel like when we eat out and stuff like that, groceries, we split everything.
Yeah, we'll split groceries.
Yeah, like everyday expenses.
I'll take her out to dinner.
Yeah.
I'll pay for dinner.
Yeah.
We still, I still like to treat.
Yeah.
Do something special every now and then.
Yeah.
But in terms of like finances, we have a set amount already that we do.
Yeah, every month for like rent, utilities, parking, and
internet,
all that stuff. Yeah.
Insurance, car. Yeah.
But other than that, it really is either split or just who.
But we won't split everything from the groceries because I eat a lot, so I'll pay I get a lot of snacks.
Yeah.
So I won't make her pay for my snacks.
Yeah. Because also sometimes, like for example, like how you're saying that is, if we go to the grocery, sometimes we already know common foods or drinks that we both enjoy, but then there are some things that he likes to eat, especially he likes to experiment a lot, and he's a big snacker, that he knows that I would never even touch. And so if that starts to build up on the bill, he'll take lead on that, and like he'll make sure he pays for that so that I can save my money for.
Because she won't touch it in the fridge anyway, so might as well.
So we just make it work that way.
Yeah. Stay right here, okay?
Favorite thing about each other?
Personality trait?
Yeah, I guess, or just in general. Yeah. Okay, let's do both. First is the personality trait.
I feel like she's very understanding. I think that's my favorite. It might be my favorite trait. You're understanding.
Yeah.
You put yourself in my shoes and you try to understand why I feel this way.
Yeah.
You're not so one-sided where your way has to be
the right way.
The right way.
Yeah.
And that's what I really appreciate.
Aww. Nice one. That's a good one. Yeah. For me, it's
gotta be my chest.
Oh no. Traps. The first thing that pops into my head is one of the reasons also why I wanted to just go for it with you, because I don't truly feel like there was a person that I've met ever in my life that made me not just like laugh, but made me feel really comfortable to be myself. Like there were so many things that I was insecure about or things I didn't know how to do, and you were so not just accepting, but you just wanted to genuinely help me out. Like you're just a genuine person, and not just to me, but to everybody you meet. Like everybody he meets loves him.
Oh.
Not like a lot. No, I'm not joking. Like a lot of our friends, even my family, they say that about him. Like he really is one of the most genuine, down to earth people you'll meet. And
I don't like this. It's weird.
That's why. Are you crying?
No, I'm not crying, but it's just.
But yeah, so that's my favorite personality, and like at the end of the day, to me, I realized that that's all that I need. That should at least be the top priority in my partner, and so that's my favorite.
Good to know.
How about favorite thing that we both do for each other?
For each other?
Yeah. Well, I guess mine was kind of like that too.
I like the massages.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes
I offer
every
a
now
lot
and
of
then,
massage.
you want a massage?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
I feel like every time I see him work or he's stressed or just not feeling well, I just, in my mind, one easy way to relieve stress from you. It literally takes like 15, 30 minutes.
One of the easy. Okay.
You know, so it's just, yeah. I'm a good massager.
Yeah.
I
agree.
The magic Asian hands. The tiny hands, but they're good.
It's like a miniature massage gun.
Yeah. My favorite thing. I feel like now, a little bit recently in our relationship, and like we've been together for 5 years, you know, we lived together, moved here together, and all that kind of stuff. I feel like my favorite thing that I'm seeing so far is that you are really like stepping up into showing me and like Joey that you can really take care of us and you're like selfless. You know, like he just like this. Like he,
I mean, you should fucking take me out now.
He really,
Mr. Selfless.
I'm not gonna lie, he's not the most patient person ever.
I'm trying.
But he's really trying. But it makes me even notice more how selfless he is, because he will literally put me and Joey first among anything, and he will do anything to make sure that we're okay. Even with just simple things, you know, or I don't know how to describe it, but basically that. You take care of us really well.
Thank you. I try. I mean, I'm not like...
And you don't ask for anything in return, you know what I mean?
Except some massages.
Well, sometimes some massages, or he'll beg for me to, you know, do some of the chores, but I mean, I'm more than happy to do that, because you do a lot to help our little fam.
I'll take it.
So, yeah. Most embarrassing stories of each other.
I can say one for me, actually.
Okay.
So, it was the first time I farted in front of Kat.
Oh my gosh, I don't remember now. So, clearly, we just explained how I love to give massages. And part of my massage routine at the very end is like I'll stretch the legs, because like I'm an ice skater, so I know like there's certain like movements, especially for the legs, that feel really good when you stretch it, and it basically like have your leg as close to your face as possible, and you just like stretch it out. And I think while I was doing that, he farted, and I think that was the first time he's ever farted, and not just in front of me, but like in front of my face.
It wasn't
almost.
No,
well, I mean, I was pretty
like,
close.
To my ass?
Yeah.
We were face to face, and you know, we were just making eye contact. Okay. It's not like she was.
But yeah, so I think that was the most embarrassing.
So I would say, well, not like it's not embarrassing.
He's gonna say
funny.
the story for me.
So you know how when people say like, "Hey, look at that person. You're 12 o'clock," or like, "Hey, on your 6," or "Look to your 3." I think I don't remember what it was, but I was like, "Kat, 12 o'clock. Look," and she goes, 12. She looks up. I'm like, no, like a clock going, going this way.
Well, no, okay, I don't know what was going on in my mind, but
you were thinking.
I was thinking, like I was upwards. In the clock, like I was the legs or the hands of the clock, and so when you said 12, I was like, what? How has it been living together in Seattle?
I love it. I mean, I like New York too, but I feel like this is more of our style. Mm-hmm. And I told her from the beginning that, you know, this is a great place to start a family. I feel like New York would be a little difficult.
Yeah, to settle down.
Too fast paced. Like, it's nice when you're young.
Just
I love the vibe.
Yeah.
I love, well, number one, I'm really grateful that we have a car.
Yeah.
Number one. Because for the first year-ish, like 7-8 months, we didn't have a car.
Bus.
And it's not as easy as New York, where
you
can take the metro anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So that one was pretty tough. But aside from that,
and
the apartment's bigger.
Yeah. Just nicer lifestyle.
Nicer lifestyle.
The environment.
It's quieter. There's more nature.
Yeah.
Less people.
And I mean, I feel
safer.
like we wouldn't even have gotten Joey.
We definitely wouldn't have gotten a dog
here.
Yeah.
New York just didn't feel like the place to have a dog.
It was great. It was fun. This is the lifestyle I prefer now.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 years ago, yeah, I would have probably liked New York more.
Yeah.
But that, you know, those things change.
Yeah, we also got really lucky that we somehow moved here right before the pandemic hit.
2 months before COVID hit.
Yeah, 2 months before COVID hit. That's when we moved here. So yes, it was a little stressful, like with the whole job situation, but just our apartment and the area that we live in compared to where we were living in New York, I think we would have really just gone crazy if we were stuck in New York during the pandemic. So
yeah,
thankful for that. When did you realize? Sorry. When did you realize that you were in love with your best friend? I don't think I've ever thought of this question. Like, when did I realize you were?
Just like the end of that
summer
trip. It wasn't even summer-ish. I don't know.
Oh, I think I remember. Like the moment that I told him that I think I'm starting to fall in love with you, I really just thought of it in that moment. It wasn't like thought or preconceived. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just felt it in that moment. Like everything just aligned. You know, like personality-wise, values, how you treat me, how you treat other people.
I think I always loved her as a friend in the beginning.
Yeah,
there was love. It wasn't like intimate or anything like that, but it was there. The feelings were, you know.
Yeah.
But then when she started telling me those things, I started to think too, like, yeah, you know, I already have, like, I already know who you are as a person. So, of course, I was worried about doing that with a friend, but I just figured it would pay off, and I think it did.
Yeah, it was worth a shot. I think at that point.
It was worth a shot.
We weren't gonna lose anything because
I was moving away anyway, so
yeah,
wouldn't be weird. It worked out.
Yeah,
so I'm glad.
Who cooks better?
Oh, me. 100%.
Okay, I think I am better in the multitasking while you're cooking, you know, like multiple things going on.
She can do everything
and the timing,
at once.
And the timing. Yeah, I'm good at that. And I'm way faster in like the prep. But when it comes to like creativity and like really putting in the time to think of amazing dishes or whatever, I think he is better at it. Yeah.
Add photos right now. Boom. Boom. Right here. Right there. Can you edit that right here? Ready? Bam.
No, yeah, you've come up with really good dishes, and also he will like take the time to go through the cookbooks, search online whatever he's feeling at that moment, because he is the more adventurous one when even with food.
I don't do it often.
But yeah, he doesn't do it often, but when he does it right. So I don't know who would be the better
I would say
cook.
Kat. I would say Kat. 100%.
And I think a lot of the times too, when we do cook like really, really good meals, like not just a regular menu thing, we cook together.
We do it together.
We're like sous chef and head chef.
She's head chef, I'm sous chef,
Always.
but she also preps because she's just faster.
Yeah.
If you ask me to cut everything, oh my god.
Yeah, we'd be there for like 2 hours. Do you both speak Tagalog? I speak fluent Tagalog.
Yeah, I can understand quite a bit, I would say.
Sample.
Say something. I'll translate.
What's your favorite Filipino line?
Oy pare, maraming shorty sa BGC pa.
We make jokes about that all the time.
Uy, gago pare.
We find this on Instagram.
Yeah,
by that person's
jokes.
name, Kabulog Stugan or something like that.
Yeah,
Just really funny. And so
funny.
he likes to imitate those.
Yeah,
okay.
that's good.
I feel like he can understand Filipino well, but he has...
I can't speak it.
Yeah, he
My
has...
accent's terrible, and when I was living in the Philippines, every time I would try, people would just laugh. So I just, you know, was like, forget it. I'm not even gonna try. That's why I learned Russian. And nobody in Russia was like that.
He can kind of speak Russian and
like
Chinese,
intermediate
Mandarin.
Russian, basic Mandarin.
Basic Tagalog.
I can understand Tagalog and basic Tagalog,
Yeah.
but I won't try and speak it.
Okay, here, translate this. Anong lulutuin natin mamayang gabi?
What are we cooking later tonight?
Yeah, so
see,
he
I can understand it, but there's no way I could put that together.
Okay, wait. Okay, just one last. I'm gonna try to think of like a 2-sentence thing.
2-sentence.
Because that was a little basic.
Okay.
Because you did kind of grow up in the Philippines for like what, 7 years?
Longer, like almost 10.
And all his cousins,
all my cousins
everyone in
speak
his
Tagalog.
family speak Tagalog.
My
so
sister
no
probably
excuse.
speaks more than me.
Kung merong hindi papasok bukas, papasok ka ba para sa kanila?
If we don't have to go in tomorrow, do we have to go with them later or something like that?
No, close.
Say it again. Wait, say it again.
Kung merong hindi papasok bukas, papasok ka ba para sa kanila?
If we don't have to go tomorrow, papasok. It's like go again. With them, kanila, them.
It's the same concept, but basically what I said was, if someone is not gonna show up tomorrow, will you cover for them? Like, would you go to work for them? Yeah. See, that was the... But you get the gist. And so like he'll try to just
Very
put
basic.
it together.
Like if you guys are having a conversation, I'm sitting there listening.
Yeah. Especially if you start to speak super fast, he'll probably get lost. So
yeah, probably.
But yeah.
But I know if you're talking about me.
Yeah, I know. So I think that's it. Just like that's it.
It wasn't too bad.
Gosh. Yeah, you did good.
Thank you.
I feel like you opened up a little bit.
I had a couple of drinks.
I think that's all the questions that we're gonna answer for today. Thank you so much for leaving all the questions for us. That was really fun, actually.
Yeah, I had a good time.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you again so much for watching. Be sure to
make sure to like, subscribe,
comment, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Let me know down in the comments below what other videos you want to see, or if you have any other questions for Marvin. And I'll see you next week. I upload every Tuesday, and yeah, bye.
Bye. You want some too? Give me a kiss. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh,
So you taking him out for a walk?
No.